I'm not no wild, ignorant council person. I love politics. I feel bad when I beat up on folk.
As he continued to perform for the nation and make a buffoon out of the city of Flint, this is where we are.
Order.
Y'all want me to sing, it's a blessing to be alive. But I tell you what, I don't think we gonna all live forever.
Now, I got 3 or 6 of y'all in court now. No way, I'm finna make it tough for you.
You can't make it any tougher, honey.
You was acting a big fool. I got up to keep from cussing you out. Just done got hanky-panky, trying to screw the chief, the mayor, and everybody else. Ms. Herkenroder, let me say this to you in plain language. In a minute, I'm going to be sitting in that chair. Now, here you sitting up here messing with me as a senior council person. I don't care how your tone sounds. I know how to answer her question, what she asked. And you can answer it if you want, and I don't have to say nothing. But I did a point of information, and I can end it by saying, do you understand that? So you checking and trying to do something with a guy who done seen him come and go.
Okay, and I'm going to just say this. She just sat there, called Mr. MAYS a buffoon, and all kind of things.
Point
No,
of
stop.
information.
Point of
Stop.
information. Ms. Winfrey
I'm
Carter.
not taking
Point
your
of
point of
information.
information.
What's your point of
It's not
information?
Right.
I
It's
don't
not
have
an
to take
option.
her point of information.
The chair has to recognize a point of information as
And I
rules.
don't have to speak on it.
That is correct. However, you must cease talking.
You calling a whole community junkie. What about that? And you sit there and talk about being professional. Come on, it's a double standard up here.
No, you shut up. Walk out. Just walk out. Mr. Barber, you ain't the boss white man. You not Bull Connor, George Wallace. You gonna talk respectfully to black folks. You're Miss Person second fooling around with me.
Mr. MAYS.
I don't stun white folks acting a fool. Need to lay off of me because my brain is good and I remember what went on. It's found in Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, the 5th and 6th verse. Trust in God with all thine heart. Lean not to thy own understanding. Acknowledge him in all thy ways, and he shall direct thy path. Now, I'm not real wed, but it goes something like that.
You're good enough.
So I ain't tripping. It loud and clear. You don't tell me what to do for 19,000. I don't need no chairmanship in order to be effective. Of course, my tactics, I'm effective if I ain't president. If you don't vote no, it's on. It's been on.
But way worse has been done. We've been called nasty white women here many times, and no one got thrown out.
And it's becoming very apparent that the black council people are trying to silence the white council people. And
The vote is 5 yes, 4 no.
Mr. Griggs is removed from the meeting. Thank you, Mr. Metcalf.
I'd like to remind Mr. MAYS that yes, I am a school teacher, and as a school teacher, I have no criminal record. I've never done anything wrong. I'm not the one with a felony that is sitting
Point of
here on this
order.
Yes,
council.
what is your point of order? Thank
What
you.
does it have to do with the letter?
Can I
Let's
continue?
stick to the point. Let's talk
Winfrey
about the
Carter?
letter.
Miss Winfrey Carter?
Point of
I'm tired of this. This is ridiculous.
Okay, you guys.
Point of information.
Talk about-
I like to pick at them when they try to pick at me. You know, they go low, I go lower.
And yes, I want it put on record that I do not want to work with Councilwoman Lewis. I refuse to work with Councilwoman Lewis. And I'll say it again. Her spirit is bad, her energy is bad. No, I don't want to work with her. I don't even want to sit up here next to her.
Who do you think you're talking to publicly? Your silly butt, racist, nasty, white privilege thing. I almost cussed. I ain't gonna say nothing right now. I'm gonna cool down.
It's Jermaine, Tito, Marlon, and Jackie to talk about rules and the abuse of the rules that y'all trying to slide through.
Mr. MAYS, what's your point of information?
Can she show me a 4-hour tape where didn't nobody speak but me?
this is a perfect example So am I just supposed to let him interrupt me constantly and not say anything about it? Please notice, I don't interrupt him. He interrupts me. I don't try to keep him from speaking. He tries to keep me from speaking.
Flint ain't fixed.
It is showtime. State your name for the record. And Mr. Woodson, we having a problem with you camping out by our paid-for recording, and that's going to be an issue. And so we're trying to record this, and I've noticed when you camp out there, it's an issue.
Can I speak?
You can, but right now I'm chairing a meeting, and I'm asking you to step away from what we pay for and come over and away from the camera, please. A minute is with you.
Point of order.
What's your point?
He stepped away from the camera. Can you speak now?
Yes.
The point is that I'm not going to argue with him at all. And I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now while you taking up for him. That is a good point, Mr. Davis. What's your point? That's the rules.
Go ahead, Councilman. Whatever he wants.
Okay, I'm going to play by the rules. It ain't what I want, it's what the rules say. Talking about whatever I want. It's what the rules say. That's what I'm going to be. Orderly, get out the way, and if I come back and you start this again, I'm cussing you out.
Because this is very serious, because now this is a laughing stock. We can't keep functioning the way we functioning. We got all kinds of threats, and now we're the laughing stock of the whole community.
I tried to throw him out. It's in my $300,000 claim.
I've been with the council for 12 years now, and I've never seen anything like, you know, the fighting because you don't agree with how I agree. That's your opinion. You're voted by your constituents. You can say your opinion.
Listen, I even gave Mr. Eric Mays a Christmas card today.
Well, thank you.
So you know I don't have hate in my heart, right?
There's going to be some respect to this senior councilman. There's going to be some mess if it ain't. Thank you, Ms. Burgundy, half Queen of Sheba. You not no queen. What's going to happen? They're going to get my black ass out of here. That's what's going to happen. Now, he clapping because he's white.
My colleague cannot be calling members of the audience or staff members assholes.
And I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now while you taking up for him.
That is out of order.
And I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now while you taking up for him. I'm going to call him an asshole. I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now. I'm going to call you an asshole, Mr. Murray and Liddell Lewis and the rest of y'all assholes. I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now. You can think you can overtalk me, but I got all kind of platforms to deal with your black ass. I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now. I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now. I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now. The same vibe. Every fucking meeting. I'm not going to let him say damn and all that in here like you're doing now.
What's your point of order?
This is not germane.
It ain't Tito neither. It ain't Marlon or Jackie. It is germane. And wherever you pick that word up at, I think it's spelled Germine. I don't know. But Miss Galloway, please, I got the flow.
Of order. Don't mute me, Janelle. We gonna be into it. Now I got a point of order, and you gotta acknowledge it, Miss Fields. No, please, nothing. Quit trying to get people to be.
The motion on the floor is to censor Councilman Mays, and I'm assuming that April 8th means that he can return to the April 8th meeting. Is that correct, Ms. Worthing?
That is correct.
So, Madam Clerk, roll call.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Mr. Winfrey?
No.
Ms. Galloway?
Yes.
Mr. Griggs?
Yes.
Ms. Worthing?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Guerra?
Yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 1 no.
We cannot compare anyone else to Mr. Mays' behavior. He is one of a kind, so much so that people from Georgia and Alabama, as he says, follows him and watches our meetings like it's a soap opera.
I cannot support or conduct Mr. Mays' disruptive behavior. I promised my constituents that I would always behave in a professional manner. And that's not happening up here with Mr. Mays. Now, I don't know what you guys want. But no, but the thing about it is,
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
about it is-
Somebody has got to be warned, or we are not going to get ordered.
And Mr. Mays will tell you, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to let him know when he's wrong. I will let him know when he's wrong. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And on many occasions, Mr. Mays has been wrong. It's the way you react. People can't see what else is going up here because they're paying attention to how he responds to whatever is going on up here. And it has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop.
I personally leave at the point in time in a meeting where business has ceased to be discussed and it is now just some reality show with Eric Mays screaming at whoever is chairing.
Stuff. Everybody know Eric just like me, crazy as hell. So shit. Don't do that. You know me, Marie. But anyway, this wrong.
Before, and I'm going to say it again, and I don't care who like it, if he talked to my mother or my sister or my wife or my friend like how he had talked to some of y'all, I would be in jail and I would be dead somewhere. And I say it ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
I believe you're a part of this. It's expected from the white people of this board. She's too busy playing solitaire to care what the people are saying. She's too busy going out for a cigarette. He's too busy drinking. We know what's happening.
5-minute recess. Yeah, because you know what? You might need that. I'm out my damn seat. Now, hold this. I'm out of my seat. Out of my seat.
I ain't letting none of them get away with it, and at the end, I ain't letting Kate Fields get away with it. You be way out of order. Quit talking when I talk. Quit talking when I talk. Let me respond, and it'll be over. Give me a cooling off period. Give me 30 seconds. This is tripping me out. Move forward. Chasing cameras.
So,
Chasing cameras. Chasing cameras. I know what they doing. Chasing cameras.
I'm trying to ask. So, go ahead, Ms. Wheeler.
Hey, Kate.
Go ahead. So there's an executive session requested by the attorney, Ms. Wheeler.
Number one stunner.
And it ain't just gonna be your project, Mr. Piper, on Miller Road with the white folks. I can talk black, white, Democrat, and Republican. This is a nonpartisan body, but Mr. Piper, you, Herkenrode, and Priestley, I believe, are Republicans.
And also, he just called me a stinky ass hoe.
I did hear that. I did hear that. That was inappropriate and out of order, Mr. Woodson.
Hey, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. I'm gonna demand respect.
Point of order. I've been called stupid looking and to shut up just now by members of the audience.
Can the members?
I was threatened. And it was just, please take it down a notch. That's not acceptable to me. My life, I'm a mother of 2 children.
Say my name, say my name, say my name.
But my goodness gracious, I mean, when is this going to end? It's awful. It's horrible. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's horrible. It's awful, and it needs to stop. I mean, come on. Let's move on with the business of the city.
Ms. Worthing, I'm always concerned with equal treatment, non-discrimination based upon race, ethnicity. I'm gonna call you a dog in a minute if you keep coming up with that stuff you're doing now.
I've been listening to these meetings for a couple of weeks now. You know, when you do Zoom, you have to be patient. You know, Mr. Mays, he says point of order, he should shut up. It's that easy. He always be talking over people. Always be talking over. Just say, speak your piece and wait your turn. I think tonight all it was asked was to be quiet and let the attorney speak. You could not hear the attorney because he kept running his lip. And we spent 3.5 hours on that silly thing. Y'all are supposed to be elected for the people. Y'all be just clowning, all of you.
So I'm used to the double standard of the way we talk around this table. And so I'm going to address it every time they go low. I'm going to highlight it, you know, because we on TV. Discussing a motion or otherwise. I don't appreciate you being flippant when I make a point about the use of obscenities by him when y'all vote and treat me differently on similar words.
Mr. Mays, you're not relevant to this appointment.
Well, I've been relevant. If I say damn you, he said it. You think I'm relevant?
Mr. Mays, you are not relevant to this.
Okay, well, I made my point. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. I'm ready to take care of this business. I'm ready to take care of the...
Point of order.
Here we go. Here we go.
And once again, we can see how the meeting went, the last meeting. I mean, it really just, like I said before, it's totally ridiculous. And for Councilman Mays to be calling somebody out and say they're acting like you all are bumbling idiots. The perception of him is that he is just that. And he makes the council look that way. You know, you are an elected official, not just when you come to council, but you are an elected official, period. And to be drinking when you are on your job, that is against the law. When it's so evident that you are
addressing rumors he was drunk during last night's council meeting. Mays was removed from that virtual meeting for being ruled out of order after calling Council President Kate Fields a dictator.
I can talk to him. What you talking about? I can't do it. You ignorant. Do it. You ignorant. To be interrupted.
Now you're making some personal attacks. I rule you out of order for being disorderly. You're being disorderly.
Okay, I'll just do it for the camera. I'll just do it for the cameras.
You better quit hollering at me, ma'am. I'm going to ask you to do that. Mr. Mays, I can holler loud. You need to quit speaking. Madam Chair, I got the floor. Politely, I'm asking you. I'm not looking for no response. I'm going to ask you to keep your tone and hollering down at me. Proceed, sir. I've got the floor. Chair, I got the floor. Politely, I'm asking you. I'm not looking for no response. I'm going to ask you to keep your tone and hollering down at me.
Say out your mouth about me. Because I ain't studying you.
Point of
Been doing it.
Point of information.
What's your point of information?
Is the speaker aware that perhaps he's also disrespected several members of this council?
Say what? Say what?
I said, is the speaker aware that perhaps he has also disrespected several members of this council?
Hell yeah, I done disrespected several members who disrespect me.
Isn't it true that the speaker is a Christian?
Yes, it's true.
One is told to love everyone regardless of what they do to them?
Yeah, but any more points of information?
No, that's all.
I think this is a ruse on the part of Mr. Mays with Mr. Mays and Ms. Galloway. Once again,
Point of order.
what is your point of order, Ms. Galloway?
That's a personal attack, Madam President. You are out of order.
Ms. Galloway, it's
And
not
I
a
want you
personal
to
attack.
rule. Well,
It
I
is
appeal
not
the
a
decision
personal
of the chair.
attack.
I appeal
really-
the decision of the chair.
There's appeal to the decision of the chair. Is there a second?
Madam President?
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Continue, please,
See,
Councilman Mays.
Now they done got me started. If it was enough folk here, I appeal your ruling. We gonna have chaos if you keep interrupting me. Now I disagree with you. So now you acting like them. You wanna talk cause you can't understand what I'm saying, sir? It's you out of order. And you should warn him. Don't talk to me when I'm talking. Cause we don't talk when y'all talk. Don't talk when y'all talk. Listen at y'all. I'll vote to table it till you get back. But Ms. Lewis, could I ask you a question through you, to Madam Chair, to Ms. Lewis? If they don't let this happen the way that we've discussed it, you willing to go to jail?
You going with me?
Because I want this up here. I want you to fight on this one. All right, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion on the motion?
Against the charter. He voted to have a hearing on me and my black self, but he voted no to have a hearing on the white folks. That's what he did. He voted no to have a hearing to find out whether or not Kate Fields, Eva, and Griggs had violated the charter. Don't even want to know. Something you want to say?
Yeah,
I can take a breath.
It is, because if we're supposed to be talking about we're not going to be insulting people, I don't know what that is.
I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm insulted when the mayor do these press releases. I'm insulted when the mayor say we got put out of roofs and we went in there talking about we were going to kick people's booty. I'm insulted. You're right. We shouldn't be lying and insulting people and throwing the rock and hide our hands, and then you shouldn't come up here covering for the mayor. How many people can you name right now who is appointed?
Position, I believe, with the Greater Flint Health Coalition.
Where's the Greater Flint Health Coalition located?
I would have to move that.
Good evening, Councilman Mays. This is Mrs. Ferguson.
Hey, hold up, man. You don't run this meeting. I'm politely asking you to be cool. You can say point of information, we might recognize you. We dealing with that now. I'm talking to Mr. Edwards. I think he's your superior. I might want to know what he knows first. I might want to talk to him. I don't play that mess. I've been through out of too many meetings, Mr. Stevens, if that was you.
Councilman Mays, if I may correct you, that is Lottie Ferguson who spoke. Who is
okay? Well, my bad, whoever it was. I just ain't down with that. Excuse me. I apologize, Mr. Stevens. Miss Ferguson, if I was too harsh, accept my humble apology. But we had.
You out of order. This is your first one.
There's no, you don't have a valid point of order. You're doing a order. I'm not out of order. I'm not ruling
yes
that.
or no? You
It's
got
not
to rule on
relevant.
the point of order. This
I don't. It's not a valid point. It's not a valid point of order.
You ain't gonna rule on the point of order.
It's not a valid point of order.
It's your third warning. If you gonna rule on a point of order,
throw him out of the meeting.
There's no valid point of order.
There's no you got the rule on it, then I know if I'm
I'm
appealing.
on a rule that you're being disorderly.
Okay, I appeal the ruling.
There's a ruling of the chair on the floor. Is there a second? There's a ruling of the appeal of Mr. Davis.
Madam Chair, I certainly second.
And so you guys,
I just want to talk about this Willie Lynch syndrome and this white handkerchief Negro. Okay? That's not the case up here. The real case up here is the fact that Councilman MAYS want to behave in a disorderly way. The real case up here is that Councilman MAYS wants to take over and control the meetings. The real case is Councilman MAYS, he thinks that he has 5 votes when each one of us up here has our individual vote. And Councilman MAYS gets upset when you do not vote his way. That's the real case up here. It has nothing to do with the Willie Lynch syndrome. And I wish people would use that syndrome in the right context. It has nothing to do with a white handkerchief Negro. It has to do with right is right and wrong is wrong.
Preach.
And you know what? I'm going to always stand for what's right. I am not going to support Councilman May's behavior.
Say it.
I'm not going to do it. Okay?
Point
People better understand.
Point of order.
what's your point of order?
Can I holler out like Mr. Davis without a warning on my mic? Can I holler out, preach, amen, or forget
Mr.
that?
Mays, your point is taken, and I'm sure you
Will
heard
you
me
warn
say Mr. Davis.
And yes,
So can you please give her a few seconds? Please, go ahead.
And yes, our young people are watching. They are watching. And I am appalled. I am appalled. And it has to stop. And shame on you if you support Councilman Mays' disruptive behavior. Shame on you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm done.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Fields?
Miss Fields.
Well, I'd just like to say
Oh,
that.
was you next? Well, then let's give her a pass card because she's a lady. They always talk about ladies, Griggs, and then we'll come back to you. Let them have their way. They want to be treated nice when they ladies, but then they want to go first. Let her go, Mr. Griggs. Go ahead, Miss Fields, and then we're going to come to you. I apologize, Mr. Griggs.
That's okay, and I prefer the term women as opposed to ladies, as in the National Organization for Women, of which we have a Genesee and Flint branch, who I've encouraged to come attend these meetings.
I'm going to say ladies and women. It's going to be tough for me, but I got you. Madam.
We won't even go there. Okay.
I'm not going to say anything because as the chair, I don't know what he's appealing. This is a mockery. And Councilman Davis, I am saying to you, I want you to tell this body what you supported as his appeal. Because the chair didn't say anything. So I want you to state what you supported as Councilman Mays' appeal.
Point of order. You state what the appeal
I
is.
did.
That's your job.
Well, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
You want us to help you. You say you ain't down in no
Yeah, I
point
want
of
you
order.
and Mr. Davis to tell us.
Repeatedly.
Yes, please.
I can tell. I
Of course
appeal. You said 3-4 times. You wasn't going to honor no point of order. You got to. That's what you said. That's what you said.
You said rule on the point of order. I said I'm not ruling on something that's not a point of
go around the
order.
room. I don't have to debate.
I don't have an appeal.
We got procedure.
I don't have an appeal.
I got an appeal. You supposed to state it.
Miss.
You don't know how to
Attorney
chair?
Wheeler, I'm gonna need some help from you. I didn't say anything.
And Eric Mays, you talking about COVID? You afraid of COVID as far as going into the city hall? But on Karen Weaver's show, you said you want to pack out Benton Harbor City Hall. What about there? And then you going around Stagger Lee around town, drinking, singing Olivia and other different things. Nobody has a mask on. Close contact. So that's just a frivolous, pitiful excuse, saying that you don't want to go back into the council. And then you badgered Maurice Davis for supporting Trump. But at the same time, you're supporting Judy Priestley, MAGA, and Dennis Pfeiffer, MAGA Republicans, because of $1. You will do anything for $1. And you know what it's sad. And tell people about your house being foreclosed and about you living in the 7th Ward. No matter where you might live now, you haven't been living in the 1st Ward. So you out here perpetrating.
I didn't really mention his neck because one thing about it, she took all her tricks to Bloomfield. And I won't mention this no more until the Oklahoma City Council meeting back up. But one thing, we went back to 3rd Ward. Now, I know I'm seeing...
Point of order.
So
what is your point? Sir, you need to stop talking. What is your point of order?
He's very hard to understand, so I want to inform you, Madam President, that he just said I took all my tricks to Bloomfield.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Green.
Yes, ma'am.
It wasn't that Community First wasn't first. It was for him to give a presentation.
Point of order.
What's your point?
You speak last, not her. This is an appeal. You asked, was it any other discussion? She didn't say nothing.
Right.
Now you stating the motion like she be doing it wrong back there. Now she want to restate and do. Okay. She don't speak last.
Absolutely.
And so.
What's your point?
I'm in a point of order already. Can I finish and then you rule on me and then you can get a point of order?
Go ahead,
you out of order, Mr. Galloway.
Proceed, Council.
Let me proceed. Thank you, Mr. President. Give her a warning. This ain't gonna go on all night.
If you just let him finish, then we're coming back to you.
She is a trip.
I can't hear it. Proceed.
Thank you. So
we still have committee meetings. So as we sat over here, we heard Mr. MAYS say about Ms. Herkenroder, just as stupid as they come. That, amongst other comments, are commonly made. And we're talking about being courteous. Well, courteous start here. Courteous start with yourself. And as he consistently abuses Rule 26.4, which is using a privileged motion to obtain the floor, and I think it's about to happen right now.
Point of information. Through you, Madam Chair, to Ms. Lewis, you right, because I be hearing what you and Quincy talk about. You think I hear y'all?
Proceed, Dr. Lewis.
Thank you, and I appreciate that, Councilman MAYS, because that just proves my point.
To call names, start putting motions to subpoena. You is on the payroll for $125,000. Rob Benzick, $150,000. Hell, I worked 3rd shift at General Motors. I was up to 5, 6 in the morning, and they couldn't stay here to 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock making $150,000. Do you know I probably made 80, 90, 120 at GM? Do you know what 150,000 feel like? Do you know what 5,000 every 2 weeks feel like? Gil and the mayor and them making 5,000 every 2 weeks. All you gotta do is look at 125,000, 10,000 a month, 12 months, that's 120. Get paid every 2 weeks, that's 5,000 every 2 weeks, and they boycotting a little poll council person? How dare y'all? How dare y'all boycott a meeting I sat in? And I done bent over backwards and voted for folks people told me don't vote for. Don't give them no doggone 125. How dare y'all? How dare y'all boycott a meeting that I'm involved in? Thank you, Mr. Griggs, for the second on the motion. Make them call a meeting if they don't want to show up at ours. It's finna get live in the city of Flint. How dare them? How dare y'all? And I want every preacher to come down here talking about what I'm talking about. I ain't studying no preacher. Tell the administration to play ball. That's what y'all can do.
Did you have any questions before we circle back? Dr. Lewis, hang on, Mr. Murphy.
I ain't never seen this. Point of order.
What's your point?
I ain't never seen this before.
That's an improper point of order.
Let
What's
me
your point?
finish. I have never seen this before from a chair or president. When some member asks for the floor verbally, you go round to everybody but that member, even though some of them spoke. Do you want the floor? Do you want the floor? It's just outrageous, biased, prejudice, and discriminatory.
Okay, point over, whatever. Dr. Lewis, do you want the floor?
So I see that she's at 1901 Whittlesey. I'm going to let the the foolish five do their thing. I'm going to abstain.
Point of order.
What's your point?
My colleague is calling us foolish, and that's out of order.
Yeah, Mr. Mays, please
Thank
continue to remain, treat colleagues with respect and decorum. You have the floor.
Madam Chair, let me finish by saying this. It's 9 people on this council. If Mr. Murphy want to put himself in the foolish 5, maybe I'll help him. But I must talk and utilize my freedom of speech the way I choose in America. And every time he takes it personally, well, guess what? I like that, because sometimes it be meant toward him, and I want him to highlight what people hear.
I'll say it again. Mr. Davis, we supported you.
Point of information. Point of information. Till you hear me or throw me off this meeting. Your choice.
Mr. Davis.
She gonna keep using my name and then try to find when somebody
Please
use her
stop
name.
talking so the chair can ask you what is your point of information, and it
I done
must
told
be.
you, stop that woman from mentioning my name. She don't want people mention her name or throw me off this doggone meeting.
Mr. Davis, that is your first warning. I've told you repeatedly.
Let it be the
you're
third
not.
warning, woman.
Mr.
Throw me
Davis,
off the meeting and mute me.
that is your first warning. You cannot
I
use
mute myself.
derogatory-
Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Davis.
I'll support that motion.
All right, is there any discussion on that?
Yeah, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
You know, I just listen to folk like Mr. Murphy talk. And I want the people in the city of Flint to listen at him talk. These folks, some of them, including him, don't care nothing about rules, law, and procedures. I mean, I know Mama So, we done did it. I done did a record with Mama So. Google it. It's called Questions. You gotta be real nowadays. Yeah, I got locked up. But I didn't worry about it going in. I cried coming out. Cried for freedom.
You ever sat back, thought about how your whole life could change overnight, result of what you do right now?
Question.
Do you waste your time? Like, do you spend?
Trying to run the city into the ground. We sure. I've never seen that like. Everywhere in the country, you got discussion on motion. Except for here. I mean, these new people developed.
Point of order.
What's your point?
Did Mr. Mays have the floor?
No, he does not. Thank you.
Point of order.
What's your point?
Who's got the floor?
No one.
Okay, then may I have the floor?
No. Please wait until I get the answer.
Sitting councilman and you.
I'm not giving anyone the floor at this moment. Ms. Madam Clerk.
That's what we have to do.
You have a minute and 15
Okay, then
seconds.
don't say first I didn't have none.
Councilman Mays, I was trying.
I'm talking, I got the floor. Thank you.
You got the floor.
Yeah, you need
Get
to
it.
be quiet sometime. All that drama.
Councilman Mays.
Are you still talking, Miss Galloway? I can tell you to be cool while I talk.
You don't get to mock Councilman Mays. Just speak.
You ain't gonna mock me. You used the word mockery a minute ago. Don't have double standards. Using all kind of adjectives. And then when we say something out, y'all, you don't like it. Watch what you say. I'm hating that these points of orders keep going everywhere to other things. That's what happened in the meeting that I was in.
Point of information,
To me, all of
Madam
this
Chair.
is out of order.
Point of
Let me
information.
finish my point of order, ma'am.
He's on a point of order. He's
And-
on a point of order. You know what? Just hold up. Let me chair this meeting. Okay? What's funny? Let me chair the meeting. We need to hurry up and get out of here.
So my point is,
He's on a point of order, and then she's on a point of information. Let him speak.
They do. We're going to make Flint right. I'm going to tell you who I like. You sure enough right. I tell you who I don't like. Thank you. Let's get the business done. God bless the residents of the city of Flint.
But clearly, we are not looking at the what is it called, Mr. Mays, the policy? Because unlike my colleagues, I do homework. So I went over to the county and found out exactly how much money each
Point of
those properties- What's your
information.
point of information?
You know what? How do you know your colleagues are not doing their homework? You keep saying that.
Did you do some, Ms. Winfrey?
I did do my homework. I do homework every night.
Okay, good.
So it would be
don't
nice
take-
if you would stop
you,
saying that.
If it's not you, then don't take it personally. Thank you. But let me just say this, you guys. So,
and let me say this, Mr. Milham. Let me say this. You heard the land bank and the treasury. We saying, listen to this.
Something on fire, man.
Maybe Kate Field and them went and pulled that. And if we catch their fingerprints,
That was Senate Council.
and y'all need to quit talking like that, Monica. Ain't nobody never hit you or did nothing in here. You talking just like them white folks. That's crazy, man. I'm tired of all that, man.